All right, if you're a developer who's built any kind of AI system, you know the pain. You spend so much of your time just wrestling with APIs, writing endless glue code to stitch different services together. It's messy, right? It just gets in the way of the actual creative work. But what if you could just draw it out, visually? Well, let's take a look at how the Prodigy AI Playground is designed to do exactly that.
And here it is. Instead of that mountain of code, you get this clean drag-and-drop canvas. See, each one of these blocks or nodes is a powerful function. It could be an AI model, a database query, you name it. You just connect them to build out your logic. It's all about taking that crazy complexity and making it visual, making it intuitive. So let's get specific. What is this thing really? It's a self-hosted, visual, node-based AI workflow builder. Now, a couple of those words are super important. Self-hosted means your data, your code, it all stays with you. Huge. And it comes loaded with features right out of the gate, multimodal support, so it gets text and images, long-term memory, and agentic tool calling, which lets your AIs use other tools. It's basically a full-stack development environment right on this one campus. Okay, so you hear all that and you think, this has got to be a beast to set up. But the whole workflow is designed to get you from a totally blank slate to a working coding environment in like no time at all.
It's literally 2 steps. First, you drop in what's called a project node. That just creates and locks down a secure folder for all your project files. Simple. Second, you connect a coder node to it and just click open. That's it. No messing with config files, no complicated setup.
And here's what happens next. That one click instantly launches you into this complete coding interface. You've got your project files on the left, your editor in the middle, and a terminal right there at the bottom. It's just this incredibly smooth jump from visual planning straight into hands-on coding. All right, setting up a project is one thing, but building truly smart systems that can actually learn and remember stuff, that's a whole different ballgame. And this is where the platform's architecture for memory and agents really starts to shine.
At the heart of this is a feature called Wisdom, and you can think of it just like it sounds. It's a persistent, long-term memory for your workflows. Under the hood, it's a PostgreSQL knowledge base that lets your AI agents remember context from one run to the next.
Now, here's what makes Wisdom so powerful. It works automatically. Before an AI model even runs, it pulls in relevant facts. And after a successful run, it automatically stores any new insights. And it's all user-scoped, which means memory is kept secure and personal to you. Of course, if you want direct control, you can just use a dedicated Wisdom node to read or write facts whenever you want.
You know how it is, your projects get more ambitious, and your visual workflows start getting bigger and more complex. So instead of making you rebuild common patterns from scratch every single time, the platform has a really smart way to handle that scale: templates.
So to tackle this, you get a whole catalog of pre-built templates for some pretty sophisticated stuff, like running a full software development agency. Need a super disciplined workflow for a complex client? There's a template for that. Building a multi-tenant SaaS product, or maybe an AI agent platform? Yep, there are specialized templates all ready to go, giving you this battle-tested foundation to start from.
But orchestrating software is really just one side of the coin here. The platform's versatility goes way beyond just code and cloud apps. It has these powerful built-in tools that can actually bridge the gap between AI logic and real-world industrial hardware.
I mean, think about that idea for a second. The very same visual canvas you use to map out a web service can also be used to prototype the logic for machinery on a factory floor.
This is all possible because of the PLC/SPS node. It's a special node that lets you run industrial-style logic with dynamic inputs and outputs right there on the canvas. It can hold its state, and it supports different ways to run the logic, from basic rules to Python or even structured text. It even has hooks to sync up with industry standards like OpenPLC and Modbus.
Of course, none of this cool front-end stuff matters if the engine underneath isn't solid. So as developers, we gotta ask, is it robust? Is it secure? Let's peel back the curtain and look at the architecture that's powering all this.
First things first, and this is a big one for any dev: performance. The server is multi-threaded. That's so important because it means a really long, heavy AI inference call isn't going to block everything else. The UI stays snappy, other tasks keep running, and makes for a much smoother experience.
You also have total freedom to choose your AI backend. You can connect to local models running on your own machine using things like MLX, LM Studio, or Llama for privacy. Or, for tasks that are safe for the public cloud, you can hook into services like GitHub Copilot. And get this, you can even mix and match them all in the same workflow.
And that brings us to a really smart security feature.
The platform has this intelligent routing policy built right in. When it sees you're working with private data, your internal docs, database schemas, your project files, it automatically sends those requests to your local private AI models. But if it's just a general coding question, that can go to the cloud. It keeps your sensitive data safe by default.
And this isn't just a suggestion, it's an automated safety net. The documentation explains that if a workflow accidentally tries to send sensitive data to a third-party AI, Prodigy literally inserts a local AI decider node on the fly. It acts like a security guard, intercepting that unsafe data and rerouting it to a secure local model instead.
So, when you pull it all together, what you have here is a single toolkit that lets you visually build these complex AI systems from the ground up, scale them out with long-term memory and templates, and even prototype for industrial applications, all while running on a secure and flexible architecture. It really brings the whole development journey, from that first spark of an idea all the way to a deployed industrial application, onto one unified canvas. So the only real question left is, what will you build with it?